am Deidra Shores, your C19 student reporter, where our school board meeting has actually just adjourned, and I'm actually here with Reginald Porter, Chief of Staff. So how are you doing today, actually?
I'm doing well. These are tough meetings.
I see. So now the biggest item on the agenda tonight was the superintendent's school closure proposal, and the board approved all of his recommendations. So what happens now?
Well, we proceed with relocating the students to the new schools that were proposed from the closures. One of the things I want to commend the board and the superintendent doing is making sure they actually reached out to the community and getting input from the community. We had meetings in the past boards, but they actually presented proposals this time. We actually thoroughly looked at those proposals before making the recommendations, and it's always tough in this situation, especially with the West Haven situation. The school wasn't necessarily doing bad. It wasn't indicative of the teachers and the principal in the school. It was a situation where the building was just unsafe. It was actually the worst facility that we have in the entire school system, and couldn't take a chance on leaving the children in there and disrupting the whole school year next year.
Understandable. Thank you so much for your time.
Absolutely.
Thank
Anytime.
you. And we have with us our superintendent, Mr. Hopson. How are you tonight?
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Now Northside was given an additional year to be reconsidered for closure. Alcee was taken off of the list. Could you explain the arrangement for West Haven and exactly how will this new arrangement benefit the school? Because it was obvious that some of the community of West Haven did not seem pleased with the agreement and that we came with tonight.
Yeah, tonight was a very tough night because people love their schools, and schools mean so much to community. But as I said, this decision, in my judgment, the whole school closure issue is about student achievement. We have 5 and 6 schools within walking distance of each other, and none of them are hitting the achievement numbers that we want them to meet. So, in my judgment, if you combine schools and combine resources, it just gives us a better opportunity to deliver another model to our students so that they can increase student achievement. We can't allow the kids to stay in West Haven. We need to tear it down and then build a new school. I know that some of the community members wanted to stay in the school, but that's just not feasible. The building needs to come down, and that's what the decision was. The board very boldly and appropriately passed a resolution in which it asked me to, or directed me to, request that the county commission and perhaps even the city council address these capital needs and build another school.
Northside was given an additional year to be reconsidered for closure. Is there a a planned out guide as far as what goals they need to meet before their certain date and what they need to do so that they can make sure that they are not closed?
Yeah, and meeting with some of the community people at Northside, we're gonna lay all that out. I mean, we have some ideas, nothing concrete yet, but we're gonna get some measurable goals very quickly. But there are also some other issues with Northside too. We need to figure out with some of the community development that's going on in that community, how, if Northside does close, how can we repurpose Northside? We also need to figure out, how can we use career and technology education to maybe reattract some of the students who live in the Northside community who don't go there. One of my biggest talking points when I'm talking to people in Northside is if they could just figure out a way, or if we as a district could figure out a way to recruit the kids who live in Northside's district who don't go to Northside, then they wouldn't be in this situation. So there are a lot of moving parts. It just seemed like with so many different unanswered questions in terms of what the district can do to support Northside, and also with some of the commitments that the community made, it just seemed like we need to wait for a year and see if we can do something that's going to, make sure that students in the Northside and Northside community have the high quality educational opportunity that they deserve, and then B, make sure we don't leave a big hole in the community.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you for your decision and everything made tonight. We really appreciate it. Thank you. Well, there you have it. Tough decisions made tonight on our school board. School closures, some taken off of the list, and others even given an additional chance to make changes. But only the future will see what we have planned for our Shelby County schools. I'm Deidra Shores for C19.